These are vibes from Venus, where the mind learns how to breathe. We sit with truth, unpack the feelings, and let the soul speak honestly.
Hello, it is Friday, and you are now with Vibes from Venus with your host. I don't know why I'm doing this voice, but it felt very, whatever this is tonight. How y'all doing?
We well, thank you.
Looks like I'm at a art gallery.
It just looks like it, doesn't it? It's like flowers popping up everywhere. Ooh,
New Picasso down the hallway.
It's pretty though.
Hello, everyone. I am back. We're back, I should say. It's Lashauna D, Vibes from Venus, and we have Wilmari. You go ahead and introduce yourself, girl.
Hi, I'm Wilmari. I am the operational architect for Creative Logic Productions. So we're back.
Yay. We are back full in effect from Apex. We took a nice little standing trip around the galaxy. It was very educational, and we came up with a lot of good topics, right?
Yes, we did indeed.
We did. And we also came up with some structural boundaries too. We did. So what I'm going to do is hit you guys with like the logic lash before we get started. So that way we can incorporate and find out what's going on across the galaxy here in Orbital Studios. So we are basically back from hiatus, right? Second half of the season of Quiet Luxury for Vibes from Venus. We will be rolling into something very dynamic and special for next season. We'll talk about that at the end of the show.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, this show is called The Velvet Rope. This is episode 8. Can you guys believe it? We're like on episode 8. So we're going to get a little neurologic here. So the show basically is going to touch on auditing and like the triple strategic like emphasis on guests and how we prepare them, and our operations architect and her roles, and as far as what we do to basically keep high fidelity, right? You want high fidelity, you know? We're not curating like this abstract show that, you know, people are just going to get bored with. We have to make sure that we're, what's the V word that we use?
Oh dear, you're asking me?
Yeah, girl, what we do? What did I ask you to do the other day? I was like, girl, we need to go ahead. I got these shows locked up. We need to do what to these guests? What we need to do?
We need to vet the guests.
We need to vet the guests, right? So we're talking about intentional structural auditing here today. So that's the velvet rope. But my lash is make sure that when you are curating a company, or you are putting together some sort of entity, whether it's a business or it's a podcast or it's some type of structural work that is yours, that you are making sure that the people that you are deciding to include and that you want to make sure that is a part of whatever you're doing is on the same vibe, on the same page. That rocks with you. That, you know, if I'm getting latent terms here, DC, help me out a little bit. Let me get a little bit of hood action. What am I trying to say?
I
already said rocks with you, rolls with you. Like, what are we looking for in people that we're bringing into Quiet Luxury, that we are making sure that we're bringing into the structural audit?
Vibe?
Vibe. I already said vibe. I was trying to look for a word. Okay.
I ain't got no other words. I mean, we ain't vibing. I guess it ain't gonna work.
That's right.
Connections.
There we go. Yeah, we gotta have a connection, and connection is energy, right? And so if we're going to talk about neurologic, we're going to talk about energy, and energy has to be on the positive note. And for Creative Logic Productions, we're all about positivity over here. So we ain't strapped. Lash off. All right, girl, let's get into this show. Yes. So would you like to tell the people that are watching our Venetians what your role is?
So, as operations architect, my job is to make sure that our guests are vetted, that everything is organized. I make sure that every document that goes out to our guests are sent out. I make sure everything just stays on track, like I'm building a building.
Exactly, like brick by brick, right? Remember that episode we did where I was talking about I am like I'm not my parents, and I said you have to build one brick at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And one brick at a time, that means like putting together a crew like for your company, and that's building the house one person at a time. And so we now have 2 teammates. We have an operations architect, and we have our production architect who's DC in the back there, right? And so we're slowly stacking that. So I want to start getting into a little bit of construction and how this company came to fruition, right? I'm a writer.
Yes, of course.
And I also have produced a handful of indie films. And I like to definitely curate a lot of different things on the side that a lot of people don't know about, right? I help people out all the time. Ghostwriting, you don't know about that kind of stuff, right? I don't toot my horn too often. I'm very modest. But getting in the flow, like Wilmari, like our time in Apex taught us a lot, right? So basically like growing and like the requirements for growth. Sometimes there's a lot of pressure from people.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes people want to enter the orbit and they haven't necessarily shown us that they're ready to go out into the galaxy. So what do we do? Like, how does the velvet rope help us address that situation?
I would say it comes down to like an alignment to our ideals. Basically, we're auditing the vibe from these people. And to put it shortly, if you don't really align with our views, then you can't travel the galaxy with us because you won't know what the operations are.
That's right.
Behind the ship.
And those operations come through very nicely put triple-audited system. And if I'm just going to leave it in latent terms, I'm just going to say paperwork.
Yes.
And so we work hard on our production paperwork, don't we? I mean, it's like, letterhead over here, letterhead, all that don't look right. Let's change it, right?
Oh, yeah.
But there's a quiet luxury agreement. And we like to try to make sure that our company is in the best stance that it could be. And so triple auditing means that, you have to be vetted. Like we don't just want anybody like off the street. Well, we might go to the streets.
Maybe.
We might go to the streets.
Wants to see, then yeah, I'd say let's hit it.
I have an idea. Okay, never mind. That's how we do that later. You're
Behind
ready?
the scenes.
You know what I'm saying? We do have a lot of those clips we need to put out.
Oh,
but
yes, right.
Operations, right? We do have a COO. It is a licensed put together company. So we just want to talk about the process and how putting together the process works and how we bring people onto the show. So I might say, ooh, we got a topic for the show and like come up with this great idea. And then I run it by V. And then I might say, well, let's vet a so-and-so for the show. Like the one we were going to do a comic show at one point. And that takes a lot of work.
Oh, it does.
Oh my gosh. So I'm exhausted by the end of the week because of the auditing and the making sure that it runs smoothly. And then we have a lot of people that maybe get afraid of signing paperwork.
I guess so.
What is that about? Like, where's the neurologic in that? Like, what happens, do you think, to people when there's some type of protection for your company and they don't want to deal with that? I mean, What is that?
Maybe they're just a little scared that if they did do something wrong, that it will lead to probably some lawful altercation. Maybe they just like, oh, this is legit kind of thing. So we don't know.
Well,
It's nothing to be scared about. It's papers.
Papers, right? And it's not necessarily for people that we've had several guests that we've tried to bring onto the show that decided that they didn't want to be bothered because they didn't want to sign the agreement. Literally, all it says is, "Don't steal my shit."
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Wednesday.
No, it's not Wednesday. I was going to say, Lashana.
Let me put money in the pot. But yeah, it's just basically that's what it is. So we were talking about curating, but as far as this company goes, it's been a vision for a very long time, and we do have the main company house. It's Creative Logic Productions, and obviously I'm very creative. You know, I can sing and do a lot of different things, but as well as you, girl.
Yes.
But there's 3 subsidiaries. Okay, we have Orbital Studios. Okay. Anybody out there, if you are interested in putting together a short film or an indie film of some sort, you can reach us at, what's our email address?
Oh, you're out, dear.
Access at
Creative Logic Productions, right?
creativelogic.studio.
Studio.
Yeah. So
I'm jumping ahead.
Right? She's new. Don't worry.
I'm still learning.
Get together. But yeah, so we're putting together indie films. Okay, so crowdfunding is something that a lot of people don't know about. But if you are interested in crowdfunding and help with production, we do that side of things as well. So that will be kicking off soon this summer. We have one project already in the balance. And then we have Vice from Venus. Vice from Venus is attached to Orbital Studios, and that is this podcast. And we are not currently taking on other productions of podcasts. I've had that question asked before. That's just not something that is in the works for us at the moment. But if you want to do a film, we could do that. 9-minute short, something like that. It's going to be cool. There's Sundance festivals and different things of that sort. If you need help writing, we can do that as well. We are both writers.
Yes.
So this has become a pitch deck for the company, hasn't it?
Yes, it has indeed.
My goodness. And then we have definitely the half that is bound to bring out lots of products for you guys called the Logical Lash. So you guys know that I'm lashing all the time. I lash on What the Shit podcast a lot. It just comes out of nowhere. And I start off with a lash here and then I end with a lash. But product line wise, we will be curating different types of products for you guys. It's not going to be like your normal like water bottles and things like that, but they will definitely be curated to section off for the company. So things that have to do with our brand and our target are things that we are looking for as far as mock-ups for the branding. And then, of course, obviously, V and I are writers. So we do have the Venetian Library, which is attached as well. And we will be putting out just little short snippets here and there of writings and things like that, mostly positive quotes or things that can help you guys stay positive. As you all know, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I did do a post on that today. So I want you guys to remember to make sure to post your green hearts. Okay. If you're feeling down, you're feeling out, you're feeling a little unaware of yourself, post your green heart. And V and I will do what?
Mm-hmm.
What can we do to help them? If we see green hearts posted, what do we do?
Help keep the positive energy. Tell them that's going to be okay.
We are going to advocate for you. I've been doing it for several months now. People always post things or they're saying that they're in trouble or they need some advice or they need some help with this. Disclaimer, We're definitely not taking the place of a licensed behavioral therapist. So
Okay.
just make sure that, any advice that you get from online or anywhere, that you are seeing a licensed therapist to help you with those situations. But by far, I am a licensed mental health advocate, and as well as and we will definitely give you those coping skills and mechanisms that you'll need to help you move forward, and to give you resources so that you can get yourself some healing. Okay. What else would we like to talk about that has to do with Creative Logic Productions?
What else? What else? That is indeed a good question.
Right?
It's not ringing a bell for me. I apologize.
Okay, I put you on the spot.
Yeah. It's fine. It's my job. I need to think a little light here.
But I did. But you're holding your weight. I'm very excited because you've been a great operations architect.
Thank you.
And you're welcome, helping out with the back end of a lot of the production and things like that, and definitely curating like emails and making sure that those boxes are clean. So I'm very proud to have you here with me, as well as DC. But we are looking to expand. And
Yes.
so once we get things figured out as far as the indie films that we are in process of working on, you guys, again, the email address is access@creativelogic.studio. So if you're looking to do some kind of short film, you want to put together an indie film, come chat with us. We got you. You need some help writing, we got you. We're both in the middle of 2 stories, I think.
Yeah. I worked on it a bit today, so I know.
Oh my gosh. Like, it is amazing when you're creative and you are a chameleon. Like us, we have so many different types of talents. And I tell everybody, everyone has a talent. There is no one without a talent. It may not be writing, it may not be singing, it may not be something in the entertainment industry. Maybe your talent is to just help people and give positive advice when you see them. Who knows what that is? But you can always curate something off of it. It's not like, we all imagine like going to Hollywood, I guess, as a child, but I'm not trying to get to Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even... I think it's a mess over there, but I'm trying to get to Lashaunaville. V's trying to get to Viville, a little bit more traveling around the world. Honduras is beautiful this time of year, if anybody wants to go there. I think it's nice. But yeah, just making sure we're staying positive and we're putting out good messages. So I did want to let you guys know about the crowdfunding and indie films. If you check out my IMDb, all of the films that I've worked on have a positive message and they have some type of psychological background. As to V, would you like to give like a little bit of your inspiration and your background for your writings?
I can do that. So I've always loved, I would say psychology in a sense, not like too deep into it that I want to make it a career, but I do genuinely like aspects of psychology, like the stuff that I'm writing now. I showed a little bit to Lashauna, but I like a little bit of crazy. I guess that's coming from like South Africa and things that we deal with over there. So there's a bit of crazy. I love my country. I do truly love and dear. But sometimes we do crazy things. And you'd be like, that can't be true. And you're like, no, that's accurate for an everyday. But I would say my writing was heavily inspired by my surroundings and just generally me as a person and people I meet. So yeah, I guess that's the short of it.
Well, I mean, same here. I do have a binder full of scripts that will be coming to fruition at some point soon. And like V, our minds are kind of matching with we do have a very good vibe together. And we have talked about our stories and kind of they overlap a little bit,
They do.
They kind of do. We got a little darkness. We got a little bit
Oh
of
yeah.
fire, and then
Mhm.
and a lot of people are kind of afraid of my structure of films because sometimes I start off and people just don't make it. They
I mean, it's for the plot.
everything is not always roses, and
Mhm.
deep dive into like creativity mounted with lots of watching of certain television shows or documentaries brings together like this great mixture of soul for stories,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's brilliant. So we do have like minds, and you have help here at Creative Logic Productions.
I'm glad to.
But yeah, so back to paperwork. If we're going to talk about
Yes.
a velvet rope, oh, we got off topic, but that's what
Paperwork.
we never work. We talk too much. But there is a velvet rope. And that velvet rope, if we're talking neurologically, that's a line. And what you don't want to do is not be professional enough to recognize the situations that you are in or could be in. And sometimes people are off the cuff and they kind of just do things, and that's okay, if that works for them. But there's a lot of different places that you may go. Like, let's take, for instance, working in higher education. You're going to get a job there. You have to go through an audit, and there is a velvet rope, which is called what? Paperwork. You have to sign something. Same thing here. This isn't just, I'm not trying to just do this. This is a company, and we do have a velvet rope. And that velvet rope is very quiet luxury. And we like to make sure that we're just sticking to our brand. And that's basically all it is about, making sure that our brand is okay and that we can stick to that and no one is able to cross the line. Just like, I used to go out, downtown Orlando used to be a little lit back in the day. Shout out to DJ Pro Style. He was running the city at that time. Him and DJ Nasty, DJ Scream. If you're watching, hey guys. It was pretty off the hood back in the days in like the early 2000s here. And there's a velvet rope, right? When you go out, you can't cross the line unless you have like status or some type of label to you, right? That's not what we're doing here. We're going strictly off vibes. So everybody's like, oh my God, it's the velvet rope. We can't go up in there. They got paperwork. No, it's not like that. We don't have bottles of champagne that you're going to pop in the green room or anything like that. It's just literally branding, right? Saving the brand. Yep. So with that said, and out there in the orbit, we're gonna put out an invitation.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be on the show, talk to us.
Oh yeah.
What's our email address?
Oh, access. Oh dear goodness me. If I don't see it on the screen, I'm never gonna know what it is. I'm still learning, guys.
I love it. Access at
creative.studio. Oh, creativelogic.studio.
Studio.
There we go.
Send us an email,
Mm-hmm.
I do have a very highlighted Instagram account. You can send me a DM. I do get plenty of those. And V as well. I don't know if you're open to it, but we do have socials. You guys are definitely invited to join the orbit if you would like. And yes, you will be vetted. And yes, you will have to sign the nice Creative Logic Productions agreement. But however, with that said, our show is phenomenal. We're talking about neurologic and giving positive vibes and making sure that paperwork is in the dum dum dum. It's like literally like a happy highlight to be a part of something that is positive. And let's deconstruct. You want to talk about something you got on your mind? come to the show. Everybody's invited. I love sports, so y'all bring your.
Oh, 100% over here.
It's almost rugby season.
Oh, it is. It started. There's a game tomorrow, and I'm definitely watching.
Tuning in.
Yes.
Yes, if you see your girl is a sports enthusiast. I watch everything from bull riding, frisbee tournaments, basketball. I love softball with the girls. I do NFL is probably my favorite. Basketball used to be, but you know what? I'm just gonna say this. Okay, basketball fans, don't listen.
Close your ears.
Yeah, or put some earmuffs on if you're up north, because it has become this I don't know, shootout contest. What happened to like the Rick Mahorns and the Isaiah Thomases and the Magic Johnsons, and what happened to that era of basketball? It's gone. So I like the physicality.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I mean, what happened to the physicality of the sport? Everybody's whining and crying or flopping, and there's so many different things going on. It drives me insane. So I have to turn channel and then come back to it. Like the playoff season, I can't tell you. I don't know. I've been flipping back and forth. But yeah, football season all day. Bills. Oh my God. But y'all got to get yourselves together. Matt Milano, come on. I need you strong. Let's get back. But yeah, sports all day. So bring yourselves here. Let's chat. Let's talk about the psychology of different things and break it down neurologically. We could do that.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
We're interested in that kind of stuff. Realtors, we know what happened to the realtors, but we're open. Don't be afraid just because we're neurologic and psychological and social atmosphere. We definitely talk all topics.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, give me a background on rugby, because I know a lot of people in the States probably do not watch rugby. And since we're talking sports right now, let's go ahead and jump in on some of that logic in rugby, because I saw that the huddle and I was like, I'm in. Somebody about to get their head stepped on, and not that I want anybody to get their head stepped on, but I like physicality in sports. So tell us about rugby.
Rugby is a very physical sport. If you've ever seen any rugby game, whether it's men's, women's, is a physical sport. I mean, it's changed over the years. I can't say the new rules very well because, like I said, they come and go, they change. But rugby is it's very interesting. It's a long game, so if you don't like watching sports for very long, I'm sorry to say, it is an 80-minute game. Players play very physically, depending on the teams. South Africa is the #1 team currently in the world ranking, so I got to brag a little bit. We are the best. And if you want to stay tuned, there's actually going to be a Springboks and New Zealand game in Baltimore in the US this year. So that's going to be interesting. And the US does have a rugby team. They do. They have been selected for the 2027 World Cup. Nice. So that's going to be in Sydney, Australia. Yeah, I know a lot about locations and things. I like to keep track. But rugby is, so what I think I showed you was the scrum.
Yes.
Which is probably scrum is where players interlock with each other, and basically pack weight is involved and try to get a little bit of distance over the ball. It's changed since the previous years, so it's a little bit different from how I remembered it when I was watching it as a kid. But it is brutal on the shoulders. There's a clip, if anyone can find it. I know it's on Instagram. I had it on my story a couple of days, maybe a month or so ago, of rugby players against an F1 car. And they won. Yes. If that doesn't tell you the brute strength of what a scrum is, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It is a game played by gentlemen. I will say that. They're very respectful. Rugby players, yeah, they might seem like they don't like their opposing team, but they are gentlemen when it comes to the game. So yes, I would definitely recommend check it out. If you want to see a couple games, New Zealand's official rugby YouTube channel has a few of their games on there. So I would highly recommend you watch them.
Yeah, get into the sport.
Yeah.
I mean, the first game I watched was the women, and I said, "Wait a minute, they don't have any helmets. There's no padding." And
No,
the girl wrapped her arm around the neck and threw the other one down. I said, "Ooh,
there's not much protection. No.
yeah, I love it." Physicality in sports definitely is number one in my book. Something that I used to write about a lot when I thought I was going to be working for ESPN. And I changed my mind. I didn't want to move to Connecticut. Just not my feel over there. And then they branched down here, but yeah, that's kind of drifted. I'm into more psychological aspects of it. So like I'm watching the game and I'm wondering why Draymond is stepping on somebody's stomach. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I get it. I see what happened there. Like I'm going all the way back to last game that he had with that team. And I know exactly why he stepped on his stomach. But then again, shout out to Flint, Michigan. But yes, so we are talking about a lot of topics today, and I'm probably throwing you guys off because I do see like a lot of people coming and like, what the heck are they talking about? Oh my gosh. We are expanding, and we don't want to let the impression stick that we're just straight psychological and sociology based. Yes, that is the core of the brand and what we do and what we do bring up as subject. But we are open to all kinds of subjects that will twist and turn you into a circle like the velvet rope.
Yeah.
And so join us one and all, or don't come at the same time because we can't put you on episodes this season. But next season, so I said there was a surprise coming. And what did we name season 2, V?
Oh, goodness me. It's in my notes. I promise you. They've been stashed away. Yeah, give me a second. Let me pull up these notes. I know what it is. I promise. To the viewers who knows, I like to keep notes. And sometimes they get lost. Just FYI, they get a little bit lost. Lost in translation.
I got you.
Yes, please help, because they're lost in the orbit. They went on vacation too.
I'm telling you know, because we don't get off the spaceship. We ain't trying to freeze.
No, we're not getting off the spaceship. My notes somehow got off the spaceship.
So next season, guys, listen to this, because I mean we're always quiet luxury. It's always going to be quiet luxury, but we have delicately come up with Sassy Savoy. So your girl here, one of my nicknames is Sassy. So we are going into the era of being a little bit more sassy, bringing some wit in different subjects to the table. You guys be ready. Definitely still psychological and sociology based. We got a little neurologic coming in, but like I said, I would like to bring in a lot more sports players or a little bit more, movie writers, indie filmmakers, DJs. Do you see you with us? Would you like to start off by being one of our guests for the Sassy Savoy era?
I'm not sure what that is, so I'm gonna let somebody else go first, and then I'll figure it out afterwards. I'm gonna take the first one out. It's not always good to be first. Sometimes you gotta let somebody else be first. So I'm all first out for a little bit, so I'll let somebody else have that honor. Sorry, no offense. It's just I don't know what a sassy savant is, and I don't want to.
Savant?
What?
Sorry, that's why I should be first. That's why I shouldn't be first.
Boy, he said, I'm surprised he didn't say serviette. Like that.
We're bringing episode 1 back.
Let's do it. Oh my gosh, it's Sassy Savoy. So we will definitely keep you guys posted. We're gonna try to cut more clips and put some outtakes out. We have so many of them, it's ridiculous.
There's so many you won't believe.
We might scare y'all a little bit, but that's the business of being in business.
Yeah.
Can't be sassy. Why not join them? But that is pretty much the episode today, we were talking, again, if you missed it and you're joining us late, about the velvet rope of being in business. And that velvet rope is a fine line between accessibility and exclusivity, right? Into the vibes of a certain space. And if you don't come correct over here in the quiet luxury, it just drifts you off in space.
Yeah.
No big deal. No hard feelings. No lost love. You just can't be on a show. But love to everyone. Again, it is Mental Health Awareness Month this May, and we want to make sure that we do give a good sign off to those who are not feeling very well. So make sure that you are doing a little bit of self-care. Self-talk always helps. And also be sure that you are talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
Get off the internet if you have to. The internet is not your friend when you are not feeling well. Talk to people, real people. Go outside, stand there, breathe some air, and make sure that you are including people in talks if you need some help. Help is out there. It's not a cliche. It's not something that you should be afraid of. And again, post a green heart. We're here. Mm-hmm. And I like to talk back, so don't be afraid. There's no paperwork for that.
No, there's none.
Would you like to say something to take us out, V?
Okay. I don't know exactly what to say. Nope. I'm a little nervous. If y'all can tell, Venetians. Sorry.
It's okay. She's gonna get it, because
eventually. I promise.
But guess what? Her mentor got her talking in front of her, just a student, so she'll be just fine. But we're gonna go for today. I would like to thank you all for viewing. The lash is over, but we definitely would like to see some of you guys come join us. Mm-hmm. And don't be scared.
Yeah,
we don't bite.
No, you don't.
Thank you for watching, and as always, we will see you next week on our episode called The Foundation of Fallacy. We do have a intelligent guest coming on. Her name is Viviana Lopez, and she will be joining us to talk about those types of structures that go along with that subject. Again, this is Vibes from Venus, and I'm Lashauna D, and she is
Wilmari Olivier.
And we're out.
These are vibes from Venus, where the mind learns how to breathe. We sit with truth, unpack the feelings, and let the soul speak honestly.